got you.
Yeah, Adam's trying to get you in right now.
Yep, there he is.
You gotta accept,
And unmute and
unmute it, and turn your video on.
There you go.
Perfect.
awesome. We got you.
Got me in. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
There we go.
There he is.
Fantastic.
I see him.
Vitor in here yet?
Yeah, we've got him.
Perfect.
You have them?
Yep.
Hello.
We'll make sure it's him. It's going to take a second here.
You have Vitor, Adam?
Yep. Looks like we do.
Hey, Jen
Okay,
Wayne.
perfect. Tiny.
What's going on?
Hello.
I got
It's
your look
Vitor.
going, Pine. I wore your look today.
Love it.
It looks like
Can you guys
Vitor's
see me
on.
or no?
Yeah.
Hey, Vitor.
Can you guys see me? I don't know what this technology is crazy.
Vitor.
You gotta
Put
turn on your
joy as a
video, Vitor.
panelist or joy as attendant.
We're getting you as a panelist here.
Okay.
It takes a second.
Yeah, joy as a panelist, stay as an attendant. What does she do? They ask me here.
Panelist.
Okay. Mhm. Yes.
Hey there.
Vitor, the man.
I made it. I
Oh.
made it.
Oh,
Man. The legend.
How are you
look
guys?
great.
What's up, Vitor?
The
How's
phenom.
it going?
Good. How are
I'm
you?
excited. I'm
Good.
doing great, man. I'm
You look
feeling great.
fantastic.
I feel healthy. I feel the best I ever been. I know, I became a master of reinventing myself. I think I found the secret of youth.
Nice. We love it. Well, we
It's
can't wait.
being joyful.
We can't wait to see you on September 11th. We think that De La Hoya is going down in round 4. So can't wait to see it.
Hey, man, I like that, man. I like that prediction.
Well, good deal. So Vitor, my name's Andrew Reimer. I'm the founder of LITH Token. And what we're doing today is we're having an AMA with our community, and then there's some media in here as well. But just wanted to get down to what we're doing here at LITH to preface. So what we're doing is we're combining ESG and cryptocurrency, and what ESG stands for is environmental, social, and governance, which is a strategy used to influence positive change within society. And we're seeing the movement with globally with business leaders and global leaders and governments towards this ESG movement. And through LITH, we're approaching this in a very unique way, a very ambitious way, from how we're building out the utility within our token, with the charity aspect and the charitable and the philanthropy aspect of our token, down to our team and our partnerships with companies and athletes like you. So we're extremely excited to have you on board and a partner with us, and really excited for your fight September 11th and to have our symbol on your shorts and to get a W. So we're excited to see it, and thank you for being here today.
No, it's a pleasure, man. Like I said, I told my agent I don't want to do nothing that I have to do it. I want to do things that I wanted to do it with a purpose.
Right.
And I believe that every business that I consume and then I try to be involved, we have to be purposeful, especially in the world of today. If you're not purposeful with something, it's not worth doing at the age that I am, with the things that I accomplish. I want to do things that goes beyond yourself. Right. So, and what you guys represent and what you guys looking forward, it's not just the future, but is what the present need right now.
Right, right, exactly. And we're seeing this movement, this energy transition, and everybody going to batteries and to decarbonize our planet, which what everybody wants to do.
So
And
thinking about, we're thinking about clean energy. I was reading another day, and one of the reasons that China doesn't want Tesla there, because whatever Tesla battery is not, doesn't. So the problem is just education of people. What are the business that are really for the future,
right.
And if we don't fight this fight for clean energy, that I really believe is, like I said, I tell my kids all the time, I have more energy than my kids. And people said, you're too old, or the world is always trying to put an end in things. But I think fighting for a clean energy is not just for me, it's for my kids, for my grandkids, it's for the future. And that cannot sound better and be involved with this magnificence, or where the world is going.
Right.
But I think we'll be able to educating people. Yeah. What are the companies that really are fighting for this fight?
Yeah, exactly. And then that's why we like being aligned with you being from Brazil. That's where a lot of these battery raw materials come from. It's South America. And, lithium is 50% of the world's lithium reserves is in Chile and Argentina. So with the battery demand incoming, all that lithium production is going to increase. And the way they do it now, it's terrible for the environment. It's awful.
Terrible.
It's hurting the indigenous people. And when what they're doing is they're taking brine water. The lithium is within the brine water in Chile and Argentina, right? And so they're taking brine water and they're drilling a brine water well, bringing it to the surface and letting that brine water evaporate. What's left over is lithium. And it's terrible for the environment. And not only that, but the water table is below the surface. It's messing up the brine water because they're pulling water out with the potable water. So all the indigenous people out there, it's one of the driest places in the world, as you know. And they're having to fight for their water right now. And it's not right, because we're going to see this increase. We're going to see this lithium production increase, because why? The world wants us to move to batteries. These are all lithium ion batteries. Lithium is one of the main components within these batteries. So we at LITH Token, we want to position for this. We want to help these people, and we want to position for the future in what's to come with this. And we think that we're in a great position. And again, we're excited to have you on board, and you're passionate about it just like we are. So yeah. It's great.
Hey,
I visit the Amazon. I went to visit the Amazon. I went to all the village there.
Right.
I did this visit that I went there. We have a lot of missionaries on the field, and I have a lot of connection with them, and even to educating them who they can be involved with. How can we? Because the idea is like we gotta go from the inside out, but also to the outside in, and making people aware what is what and who is who. Because sometimes, these guys they don't know. They're just being affected because they are there. And I mean I mean creating awareness is great, but what we're gonna do with the awareness and that's education is everything. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vitor, I was going to say, it's been a number of years, man. It's good to see you again. I ran sales for Dana White for a number of years, and you and I met a long, long time ago. Mike Pine, good to see you, buddy.
I remember you.
Vitor, first off, so excited about your event coming up on September 11th, and thank you so much for supporting LITH. But one thing I love about you, I'd like to brag about you for a second, and this is what I remember back even to the UFC days, is you're very organic about what you stand behind and what you believe in. And if you're going to put your name against something and stand behind something that represents a cause or a mission, you're 100% behind it. And that's the way you train. That's the way you've always fought, man. And I just want to say that we're very lucky to have you on board. Very, very excited to have you with us. So thank you for that. And there's going to be more to come. You guys may have also saw last week, we launched a pretty good campaign, big campaign with Dak Prescott, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, hopped in here. So, I mean, we've got an MMA great with Vitor. We've got the Cowboys now online with Dak, and it's just going to go up from there. But Vitor, good to see you, buddy. Just want to say
man, it's amazing. And one thing is important for us people to understand. I have a saying that I always tell my kids. if you're not willing to die for something, you're not living a honorable life. And when I say dying for something, it's not just physical. So today I opened the news and I saw 12 members of U.S. get killed. For me, it's like this. Every relationship and every business that you go in, you got to have an exit, a way of exiting out. But you cannot go into a relationship without being purposeful. I'm going in. I'm going to stop step 1, step 2, step 3. Some people, they just go out on the cold. It's always like if you don't warm up properly and you don't cool down properly, you're going to get hurt some days. That's right. So what we are doing, it's what you guys are doing, and I be able to be participate of this thing. It's like we are warming up, but also there has no end on this. Right. So whoever comes in, whoever start becoming a partner or a consumer of this, so they are doing something for a better future. And I see that a lot of business, they're not care about the future. They just care about how can I be profitable and just walk away. And that's what's happened. Right now we lost 12 people. And I mean, I get really emotional because I don't have my sister with me here. She's been missing since 2004. I know the pain of not having someone. So my thing is this: if you're not willing to die for something, and whatever you do in it, you got to be honorable about purposeful in what you do. Right. And I'm honorable to wear this in my short. I say it to you because we know back long time ago. Yeah. I'm a passionate man, and I love to do what I love. So because I come back home and say, guess what? Like, I have a stud quarterback son here. He's gonna be pick number 1, David. He's the number 1 quarterback in the nation. Right. When I told him, I say, hey son, I think I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. Alabama, and one of your favorite quarterbacks is gonna be involved. And he loves Dak Prescott. I say, Dad, are you kidding me? And so he's excited. I said, and because what I like about Prescott, he's a quarterback that is a fighter. He looks for a touchdown. He's not like he loves to throw that ball and he looks to win, and he's a great leader. So just to be able to know that he's involved, and he's a guy who's involved. He's in a lot of things that represent with the loss of his brother and things like that. I have a lot of respect for him as well as a competitor, but also as a person with being purposeful in what he does.
Right. Totally. Well, Adam, we want to kick it back over to you, buddy, for some Q&A or maybe some more background. What's the best move next?
Well, I was going to give any MMA journalist an opportunity to ask a question about Vitor's upcoming fight here. And if anybody's out there right now, I see a couple press change to their outlet name. Please do the same. For MMA media, I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask a couple questions. And then I will hand it over to anybody else. Okay, we do actually have somebody here with the press, so
raise your hand.
Yep, he just answered a question. So Conan Altaitis of Conan Daily, go ahead and ask your question.
Raise your hand.
Conan.
Hey, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, my question is for Vitor. 2 questions. First is, do you regret signing with One Championship in 2019? And do you plan to go back to the UFC soon?
Yeah, right now I signed with Triller. So I'm with Triller. I'm fighting 2 weeks from now. I'm fighting Oscar De La Hoya and Staples Center. So, and I'm looking for, we're going to have multiple fights with this organization. And my next fight probably will be Holyfield, or maybe the winner of Anderson Silva and Tito Ortiz. So we have a lot of legendary fights coming up. So Vitor Belfort just rebirthed again. So I'm excited because I'm not just, feel like I'm young, but I mean, the new 40s are the new 20s. And if you understand how to use and be, using clean energy And that's what it is. You start with your thought process. So I have totally clean energy in my mind, and I'm excited for it, man, for this new endeavor.
Thank you.
That is awesome. All right. Any other MMA media or media with any questions for Vitor? Go ahead and raise your hand if you have any. Vitor, I am with the team, LITH Token team. I'm also with MMA Power Hour. Would love to have you on personally sometime. But you have one heck of a challenge in front of you with Oscar De La Hoya, one of the all-time greats, and you're switching over to boxing. What are your feelings on this?
First of all, like I feel like I have all the tools that I need. And like I said, when I go towards something or choose something, I weight myself the capability of doing it, and not just jump to a situation. And I think it's gonna be a legendary, but it's a generational fight. It's a legacy fight. It's something that has never been done before, on the stage, and be able to see Oscar jump into fight, a real fighter like myself, not a YouTuber guy, and literally showing the world that he's not afraid, to take his chance. But I mean, he's not looking for an easy route. That's why he's Oscar De La Hoya. He's one of his, if not the greatest, is one of the best boxers ever lived.
Absolutely. Well, we just saw Anderson Silva beat one of the greats, arguably, and a lot of the MMA fans out there would love to see you do a repeat of somebody that was arguably a lot better as far as an opponent goes. Now, do we see, speaking of Anderson Silva, do we potentially see a matchup in the boxing ring between you two?
Oh yeah, that's no doubt about it, man. He can run, but he cannot hide.
Well, you guys are both on the same card here.
Yeah,
are you going to be cheering for him, or are you going to be sitting back?
Of course. I love both guys, man. Tio is a great guy. He's a guy who's literally pioneer of the sport. So Anderson as well. So it's good to see two legends, co-main event. It's like I said, it's an honor for me to have this co-main event in my event. So I'm very glad, because you got to understand that history, it teaches a lot. History teaches you a lot to respect and to recognize greatness. And I think it's going to be a legendary co-main event and a legendary main event. It's the merge, man. It's about to happen. It's the beginning of an era. I think that's how you can see. It's like, it's a clean energy, it's a clean environment, but also it's a clean way to literally clean the sport. Bringing what the fans want, not what the event is. Almost like a control. I feel like right now we are a puppet of either CNN or Fox or whatever network you watch. And sport is what makes it clean. Sport is what makes it okay. Now we can really get the reality of it. That's why I love football. Football is like, Cowboys versus, Buccaneers. It's a game, and you get what you see. But in the news, you sometimes you're looking at news, but it's a fake news, and you believe it's true. So nothing more truthful and more clean than sport. A great competition.
Excellent. And we have a question here from Conan again. We just heard from him. He has a question. What do you want your fans to understand about the LITH token that we are putting out? You kind of touched on it earlier, but any additional insights would be appreciated.
So right now, that's something that is very important. First is the education process, understanding that we are coin that comes to educate you. What is clean energy, and how you consume, and how you can consume something, but also make a better world for not just for you, but for your loving ones. And I think I always tell my kids, when you drive in America, why we have so many junk foods, and why we have so many stock, why people consume Starbucks, why people consume, all these chains. And my son understand now is because they don't have a clean mind, and they got in a rush. They got to stop. They spend more money. They die. They see things, but they cannot change. It's a habit. So we are habit human beings that we go into that rat race, and we are not learning the process. So be able to participate and understand and teaching people that this digital currency is like changing not just the way you consume, but the way you prepare for a better tomorrow. And I think that's what we live for. We want tomorrow to be brighter and better, but we are really having clean thought. We are really having great energy, and understand that whatever you related to it, you know that you're doing something better for tomorrow. So this is what I'm dying for. This is what I'm willing to live for. And that's it. And I'm excited for it.
Awesome. So Vitor, I'm going to hop over here to all the press members that may be in here. Go ahead and sneak your questions in. I'm going to start taking some questions from those of you who are not press and fans of both LITH Token and our amazing fighter here, Vitor. Go ahead and answer this one for, looks like Sam. He's asking when you're coming to the UK next for an event. He wants to see you fighting there. He's throwing out the idea of LITH Token shorts. Hopefully we can be working with you on a UK event as well.
And I'm excited. I hope Triller will be hitting up to UK for sure.
Okay, so as a member of the MMA press, I have to just really ask you this, and you don't have to disclose if you don't want to. Do you have quite a few fights lined up with Triller specifically right now? Are we looking at 4 or 5 on contract, or what are we looking at?
We're looking for a great number, and I'm excited for it because it's they're cross, they'll be able to cross promoting, they're open up already. And I think that's what it is. They're looking for making fights that the fans want to see it. So doesn't matter if the fighters are not from this promotion, they want to be able to cross promote. And I think that's the future. We are literally, we got to stop putting limits. And it's like, imagine if Cowboys can only play with this team. They don't play with the other team. So we want to see Cowboys play with the best team. So that's why people love to see football, because they have a level of politics, but the main thing is like the best are going to play the best. And that's why we're looking for right now. Definitely.
And now we have another one from BG. I want to know the answer to this one personally, as well, as I'm starting to age. You were talking about how you felt you had discovered the secret to staying young here. Let's hear about it. What is it? Are we talking stem cell, or are we talking what kind of youth, or how am I going to go by my eternal youth?
So it's very easy. Okay. Write it down. You got to do 3 things. Number 1, you got to do little a lot, not a lot little. So you got to do a lot of little things a lot. First thing you have to do when you wake up, first thing you do, you check your thoughts, your thought parent. So the pattern of your thought is very important. Is how you feel. You got to tell yourself how you feel. And then you watch your attitude toward the day. Your attitude is negative or positive. So start in the morning. However you start your day, it's how you dictate your whole day. And I mean, let's say when I wake up, I check myself, and I mean, on the check, I start seeing some patterns and I don't agree. So right there, I readjust and I perceive my day much better. And choosing what I eat, choosing what I drink, but most important, choose what you think. And that's, you become clean energy. You start with your mind. Whatever you believe it is, whatever you believe it is. If you think you can or you can't, both guys are right. So you just got to pick a side. After that, you have to do this every day. So every day, that's why a lot of people don't endure, because they're looking for something that can inject. They're looking for something that can put in IV. They're looking for a bone marrow. Oh, no, it's your thought. You can become young right now if you want, but it's all about your thinking. If you take your, that's why I don't believe so much. You see all this crap, Hollywood people, they look pretty 1 month, next month they look horrible. And I say, was a makeup, was this? It's because they're looking for a quick fix. I'm not looking for a quick fix. I'm looking for a longevity fix. What I can do. So what I'm reaping today is what I did when I was in my 20s. So you got to change your habits. That's it. It's all about the habit is little things. How you treat your your spouse, how you treat your kids, what the words you're saying to yourself. When you look to the mirror, what do you think about yourself? You know, not when you post a picture on the Instagram, because everybody looks good on Instagram, but have all the filters. But I mean, what that picture you're taking, that you don't, you know, that picture is real. So the reality of it is called the shining glow that you're inside. So I work from the inside out, not outside in.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like there's so much synergy here with the idea of the data analysis and restructuring your plan every day. I'm loving it. And I think everybody else that's here is probably getting pumped up just hearing that. Well, Vitor, you know, you've been here for a while. Unless you have a couple more minutes, we can go ahead and let you go. We definitely appreciate everything. And if anybody else wants to chime in with Vitor real quick, go ahead.
Vitor, I'm going to do those 3 little things, and next time we all get together, I'm not going to wear a shirt either. I'm coming back. I'm coming back better than ever, buddy. So you and I are going to both be shirtless on the next call, pal.
You look fantastic. You know what I love? Just the smile, man. Look, you guys. you guys are the youth of the planet, and you guys bringing something more valuable than anything, because I said before we used to go looking for gold. Oh man, you have gold. Oh, you have gold. Now you don't need gold. You just come and follow this trend. You know, look at this beautiful jacket with that logo. So right now you can represent something that not just good for you, but good for those they need, those the environment, those that live away from you. So like I tell my kid, that kid that right now, you know that kid, you know why he's so chubby at the early age? Look, the mother. So it's always the pattern. So we're looking for a pattern. So we got to break the pattern. So right now we are part of a team that has a purpose to bring value for you, but for those around you. So I could not ask for a better partnership. And I'm gonna be proud of using that logo. I'm gonna be proud becoming the ambassador. I'm gonna be proud when I go, you know, have Dak Prescott, you know, throw me a touchdown and I can make it. I can become his receiver one day.
Yes.
We can make
You're the man. You're the man, Vitor.
You're the man. You're very inspirational. One last real quick question. In general, do you think MMA or boxing is more dangerous?
I think it's this. MMA is much more violent, is much more aggressive, you know, is much more, it's much more harder, but it's much more violent in the body. Boxing is something that is art. I think boxing is something that now I call boxing martial arts that comes from MMA, but boxing is more like a black tie, you know, it's funny because MMA is more dynamic, but boxing, depending on the fighters, like you watch me and Oscar, this fight is not going to go to the distance, brother, because we're not boring. We're not boring. We're going with clean energy and we're going to leave everything there.
Love it.
Man, you're very inspirational for all of us here. We appreciate your time today, and everybody's just pumped and feeling so lucky to have you here. I know I am. So thank you so much.
Hey, I want my jacket. Okay. I want my jacket. I want my jacket and my shirt, because I mean, this logo, it's the bomb.
Yeah, we're getting it to you. It's coming. I need your address, and I'm gonna get it sent out to you. I'll get it from Jim.
Okay. Hey, big kisses, big hugs. I'm gonna go for my second training.
Go get it, Vitor. See you, brother.
Clean energy.
Let's go.
Go live.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Vitor.
Happy tour.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.